Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa, and in this video we're going to take a look at Kiriko's abilities and show very specific examples of their usage so we get a better idea of the way this new support hero will function. Okay, so the first ability we're going to take a look at is Healing Ofuda. Now, you will notice you've got 10 of these in reserve as your ammunition. However, you fire 2 per shot. Now, in the middle of the screen, there is a new UI. This denotes 5 of the Healing Ofuda. However, when you fire 1 of these, you basically fire 2 of them out. And you will see that you've got up to 5 that can be kept in reserve. So 5 shots and there's 2 charges in each shot kind of thing, and then you need to reload. Now, if you hold down primary fire, you will just throw all of these out in sequence. However, you can decide to throw a few out, reload, then throw even more out, and go for that kind of playstyle. However, as you can see, they lock onto targets when you fire them. Now, if there is a target that is fully healed and you try to heal them, the Healing Ofuda will just pass through them and they will remain blue. They will not change to the sort of typical Overwatch healing color, which is this yellow kind of gold. Now, it is important to note they move very slow, so you will not be firing this from across the map and hoping to heal a Widowmaker. No, you'll have to use one of her other abilities, which is called Swift Step, to teleport directly to that Widow in that example to save her life. So talking of teleport examples, let's take a look at teleporting to a Reinhardt to save him. Now, in this example, you will see Kiriko teleport through a wall. Also, you may notice the cooldown of Swift Step, but we'll get onto that in a second. However, Reinhardt, he's took a lot of damage here, and he's being pumped full of healing. This is the maximum healing output of Kiriko, obviously without any kind of weapon speed increase or healing output increase, or anything like that. This is a raw healing. You can see it's not that much. It is kind of, I don't want to say it's low, but obviously she's got other abilities in her kit, notably the Protection Suzu, which do make up for this in a big way. But yeah, Kiriko is not a massive burst healer, but she is able to keep you alive in a burst. That's the funky thing about her. Before we get on to Protection Suzu, let's take a look at her primary fire. This is the Kunai. This is really funky. So it's very hard to hit and actually does quite, well, not a lot of damage. So the damage statistics have been provided by EVA, an Overwatch streamer that went to the Overwatch Kiriko event, and they say that her knives do 40 damage per shot, which we can obviously verify in the little clip that we've got here with the practice bots. However, they do 120 damage for headshots. That's massive. Now, again, in this example, when we're looking at the training bots, you can see that 2 shots kill the training bot. That's doing a ton of damage. There's 140 damage going in with each headshot, obviously, which equals 280, which annihilates one of these bots. This is massive damage. This does mean that Kiriko is going to be very high skill cap. You think of Kiriko as like a Zen on steroids. If a Tracer tries to harass this Kiriko, you can just turn around and hit her in the head twice and she's dead. I mean, that is massive. Or you just hit her in the head and then melee her and then slap her a bit more. Like, that is really, really mental for a support to have that massive damage burst potential. And of course, you can use this offensively as well. If you teleport into the enemy team, maybe trying to save one of your own flankers, you can use Kiriko's Kunai triple damage headshot to just go crazy and really farm that crit damage. I think this might be really strong against heroes like D.Va, who are quite easy to hit in the crit box, or even a Roadhog or a Reinhardt. Ooh, it's going to be something else, or an Orisa as well. So let's take a look at Swift Step. This is the teleport. This is a pretty long range teleport, as you can see from the demo material we have got from Blizzard, from their recent Kiriko dev blog. This looks mental. Like, this is going to be very powerful with that kind of range. Now, you will also notice the cooldown on this is 7 seconds. This means you're not going to be able to teleport into the enemy team, save somebody who is maybe brain dead, feeding, absolutely turbo feeding their brains out, like, oh no, Tracer's killing herself, I'll jump onto my Tracer and then I will throw my Protection Suzu into her to keep her alive and remove negative effects, and then I will heal her and then I will escape. No, you'll probably die because you've got 7 seconds, and in 7 seconds, that's an absolute age in Overwatch. So there's going to be a lot of play here with Kiriko teleporting in, maybe trying to manage her abilities, staying alive, and then getting out of there. It's going to be some really cool gameplay. I think this is it's going to be super interesting. And again, in this example, you can see Kiriko teleporting through a wall to heal Reinhardt. Now, this does show a glaring weakness of the hero. Kiriko is going to be caught out of position a lot, I think, especially as players are trying to get used to using her. You're going to jump in, you're going to try and save your tank, and then you're just going to get destroyed as everyone gets rolled over. It's going to be pretty funny to see. Next up, we've got Protection Suzu. Now, this basically puts you into Reaper Wraith form. That's kind of the easy way of looking at this. So she can throw this onto allies, and what it will do is make them immune to all damage, but also remove certain negative effects from them. Things like Ana's anti-nade, which also means Junker Queen's anti-heal, will be removed if you get Protection Suzu thrown onto you. It also means as well, and I think this is where it gets super interesting, is it can counter sleep. But before I show you that, take a look at the cooldown. It's 14 seconds. So again, this is pretty much like your Ana Bionade in terms of when you use this, enemy players will see you use it and they will know that now there is a window of opportunity to be aggressive on Kiriko and aggressive on her team. So you're going to have to be very careful when you use this. It's basically a massive tell, because without this, Kiriko can be killed. Because, of course, she can use this to avoid things like Junkrat's Riptire or any kind of ultimate that would kill her or kill her team. And that is really, really strong. You know, think of a Diva Bomb. Well-timed Suzu will totally deflect that. Okay, let's go back to the whole thing about sleep. This is a counter to sleep. This is really, really good. So obviously the main counter to sleep in Overwatch at the moment is taking damage. If a target is slept and then the target takes damage, well, then it gets back up. But you can't damage your own team. So sleep was like, uh-oh, our main tank is asleep. If the enemy team are good, they will ignore that main tank, and then you don't have a tank, and you probably lose that fight. However, Kiriko is a direct counter to Ana. If that target is slept, the Kiriko on your team, for the first time literally in Overwatch, can launch a Protection Suzu at you and remove that negative effect. So you can just stand the hell back up. That is mega strong. That is really super incredible strong. Holy hell. She's got wall climb as well, which is, you know, it's just a standard Shimada wall climb. Okay, let's take a look at the ultimate. The ultimate is Kitsune Rush, and this gives you a movement speed increase, it gives you an attack speed increase, it gives you a reduction in cooldowns. This is like a Batiste window on utter, amazingly powerful steroids, because you just stand in it. You don't need to fire through it. You stand in this and you get the buffs. I think this will probably be heavily nerfed in the future, because I think this is going to be massively strong. You can see Soldier is being used in this example. He's just firing away at massively increased fire rates. He's obviously going to be able to move faster. Yeah. Now, on the negative side of this, or maybe the counterplay side, it's going to be obvious that this is used. It's a massive gate is thrown on the map. The enemy team will be like, oh my god, yeah, we know they're either trying to push through a choke maybe, or they're going to use this to farm damage on us. I just think, though, this is going to be very easy to use, because you can just lob this down on your team, and then you can just stand there and lock down a point with it. You know, with your DPS firing super fast and such. I don't know, this seems really, really strong. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a more detailed look at the new hero, which is Kiriko, and her ability kit, and the way it functions in game. I think this is super interesting, and I think this is going to be a mega powerful hero, super mobile, the potential to do massive amounts of damage if you land those headshots, can remove negative effects, can, you know, wake, sleep, or slap people up on your team. Has got a mental ultimate. Oh my god, it's just such a mental hero. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video. I've been Stylosa. You can follow me on everything, which is @Stylosa, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you soon.